Yo, it's your boy Ado. I'm going to be showing you the best custom controls and game settings for FIFA, whether it's FUT Champs or whatever game mode you do play. Obviously, if you do play FUT Champs, Team of the Season red picks are here, so every little bit of advantage you can get will help a lot. One more thing I'd like to point out before we get started, I've got over 40 packs plus my viewers packs to open for the Team of the Season so far, Premier League promo tomorrow. So go ahead and follow me. Check me out on Twitch. I'll be live tomorrow, every day as usual. We're going to start with the custom controls now, and some of these are on default. Well, quite a lot of them are on default, but the ones I have changed do make quite a big impact. So I believe a lot of these on default, and I'll try to just name out the ones I have changed. So we'll start with jockey. I'm currently running it on manual, and I have been for the last 2 to 3 days, just to observe what the sort of difference is. I know this one's sort of heavily disputed, and yeah, I quite like it on manual, but I'm not 100% set on this one. But I do recommend at least going to a friendly match, FUT draft match, something like that, and try it on manual. So basically, you're not going to get any speed or directional assistance from the AI, the computer, whatever you want to call them. And this could be an advantage or a disadvantage as well. Okay, right stick switching, make sure that is on player relative. I believe that is the default setting though, but just make sure that is on that, because that's very important when you're changing players. These are all on assisted, that one's on semi, that's all standard. And the other thing I have changed here is analog sprint. And what it says is, the further you hold the button, the sign for sprint action will affect how fast they run, meaning my R2 is my run button. So if I press R2 down a little bit, they'll run a little bit when it's on, which is default. A bit like if you're playing a car game and you're driving, you don't want to drive at full speed, you'll only press it a bit. I think this is quite pointless on FIFA, especially when you might mean to be running at full pace but you're not, or even when you're starting to accelerate, and unless you've got like trigger stops, which I don't, you're not going to be running at full pace straight away. So I just turned that one off. And also pass receiver look, I suggest trying this one out. So basically what it means is, obviously there's an animation, there's a slight delay when it comes to a player receiving a pass for multiple reasons. When it's on late, it means when you do the pass, you can change the direction of the actual pass up until the ball is literally kicked. So if you do change your mind, you can obviously change the direction. A lot of people don't realize this. They'll do a pass where they've pointed it in the direction, they've moved the analog, and they're like, why the hell was it not gone there instead of there? So I have it on early. Wherever you first chose the pass the ball is where it's going to go. But yeah, that one's a bit more like personal preference. It's not really going to be good or bad. Okay, game settings. Let's run you through some of these. We're going to start with the camera. So I run it on tele broadcast, which I'm not sure if that's the default or not. I have camera height and zoom on 0. I suggest trying the camera height on either 15 or 0, but I find that both on 0 is the best for me. Obviously the camera zoom and height is not going to make you play better, but if you can see certain situations by adjusting these, then it will help your game without a doubt. Right, that's the camera done. Let's go into some of the visual settings. So HUD, all of these I believe is on default. Some of them might be different. Compare them with yours. I believe these are just the best for me anyway. Radar is on 2D, I believe, by default. I switch it to 3D. Gives you sort of more field of vision when it comes to the radar. And also I changed the score clock drop down. I switched that off just because it's not really necessary. It's not really going to make a huge difference. So net tension and all of that I tend to leave just because it's aesthetics. It doesn't really bother me either. Scrolling lineups, I've turned that off as well just because it's not really a necessity as well. But that one's not going to make a difference. That's the custom controls and game settings that I am currently running. Like I said, the only one I'm not 100% sure about is the jockey, but do try them all out and hopefully it gives you that slight advantage when it comes to FUT Champs, whatever game mode you are playing. That's the end of my video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Any comments, feedback, let me know down below and I'll get right back to you. That leaves me one more thing to say. It's been your boy. Safe.